also want to say for Team Bridal Party, we are killing it. So Judy, I've actually never used a microphone. Does this sound okay?
Yeah.
So I met you when I was about 3, living in a little blue house on Thurston Ave in Newport. And I don't actually remember meeting you at the time. But I just remember Mom was in the hospital and Dad had to brush my hair, which was like a terrifying prospect. Turns out Dad is actually really gentle when it comes to brushing hair. Yeah, so I just know that you've always been there, my little sister, since that time. At that point, it was Topher and Brendan and I, and you were the baby, and you were an awesome baby. You had these little apple cheeks, you were always smiling, you had curly hair, you laughed all the time, and you were so easily entertained. All Brendan and I had to do was like draw a smiley face on a paper plate. And you hang it in the cupboard, open it, and you're like, just hours of this like so you were just such a great baby. And then you became my roommate for the next 15 years, which was awesome. And then at that point, sort of in our family, it was like the boys and the girls, Topher and Brendan, you and I. And so they always had like airplanes and maps and war figurines. And we always had, like Mom would stencil flowers in our room. We had Barbies and My Little Ponies. We tried to curl their hair one time on light bulbs. Kate, Anna, don't do that. It's really dangerous. But we actually weren't that girly. I don't know if you know this about you. She's quite the tomboy.
Oh, yeah.
She means sucker punch if she wants to.
Watch out, man.
Wild. We always had dirt and everything in our hair, and so we also were partners in crime and escaping like the daily brushings from Mom. Just ripping our hair as it was over. And so we are from a big family. There's 7 of us. After you were born, shortly thereafter, we moved to Florida, where Mike joined the family. And so then you started we all became partners in raising younger kids, corralling Mike, who had this penchant for running out of the back door whenever he heard a fire truck, straight for the street. And we'd have to just run down and try to chase him. And then, of course, by that time we were in California. We went back to Newport, where Rainey was born. I don't think Rainey's in here, but she was maybe the most fantastic baby of all of the kids. She was somehow like a celebrity child. And then where did we go after that? We were back to Texas. That was a wild time. Yeah. And then back to Newport, where Sam, the forever baby of the family, joined the family. He's the least babyish of all of us. He's somehow like mature beyond his years, and it's just forever listening to us crack jokes at him and rip him without ever reacting at all. So at that point, Judy became the middle child, the exact middle child, for out of 7. And what I was thinking is that I think you're perfect for that role. It's got such a big heart. You're like the heart of our family. And you also just really fit it perfectly. And one thing, of course, everybody knows is sing. Not everybody knows that all of us sang at one point. Probably not so good. But you've continued to sing, and you've always been at our family events, singing, weddings, funerals. And so, sorry. this brings me to when I met you, Matt, at our grandfather's funeral. And I just remember we were talking on the phone, just like, oh my gosh, like, how are we going to make it through this weekend? And I was like, how are we going to sing? And you're like, oh, it's cool, I have a friend who's coming, he's going to, like, when I start crying, he'll just sing for me. And I was like, geez, like, what a friend. Like, who would do that? Drive all the way to upstate New York just to sing. And then, like, of course, little did I know, there was an ulterior motive. And, of course, I saw you guys last weekend at the memorial service for our other grandfather, so shout out to Stephen Goetz and James Bowers. But again, you were there singing. Dad somehow pulled out this heartrending speech. We were all, and you went to sing, and I realized, I don't know where you've been, but I think you had another obligation, but you swooped in like halfway through, and I looked over and I saw you sitting up and doing your thing with Judy, and I just was like, oh my God, like Matt's there, and it's perfect, and I think you guys are perfect. So I'm really happy for you, and I'll raise the glass.
So my name is Ryan Burke, Matt's brother, closest in age. Got Mike and Seth here, also older brothers. And there's a hard decision I had to make thinking about this day, whether or not to go roast or toast. I think I'm going to try and stick towards toast, but if you guys really start to react, maybe I'll open up a couple other stories. I think the Bowers might enjoy that as well, if you can get some dirt on Matt.
Ryan, keep it clean.
Keep it clean. I've got a couple on the list I can't share tonight for today. My story with Matt is as early as I can remember. We're under 3 years apart. It was Matt and I growing up in 16 J Street in Wethersfield, Connecticut, sharing bunk beds. And when you share bunk beds with someone, there are certain nuances you begin to develop. For example, I was in the top bunk and Matt was in the bottom bunk, and I couldn't actually leave the bunk bed without Matt knowing. There came a certain point where I would like to, kind of sneak out quietly to go on the computer. This is late 90s, the one computer in the house, no smartphones. And as I would get down to the second step, Matt would just be out of his bed and just gone. And so it ended up being that one time I actually like hurtled over the bed to make sure that Matt couldn't beat me to it. But this is kind of the first of many things that Matt and I would try and do something and Matt would try to one-up me. So kind of the next one that I really like is when I joined the choir at First Church in Wethersfield. This is me in 9th grade, and we got to sing some amazing music, and there's some of the singers even over here, Nancy Anderson, and really fantastic music. And Matt joins in 6th grade, and so he's got 3 years on me. He gets to sing with the choir longer. And this would kind of continue through college until I got to a couple things that Matt couldn't beat me on. But then Matt really started to achieve on his own. So later in college, we were both doing music, a lot of singing, and I chose to go into biochemistry because really I was afraid to do music full time. It's really scary to just be a performer. But Matt decided he was going to bite the bullet and went for full out vocal performance, both undergrad and graduate degree. That to me was incredibly brave. I'm not that brave. I couldn't do that and place my life and making my income on singing. The next thing was when I got to first meet Judy. I think Judy, I'd met you before, but I didn't realize what you were to Matt until you came to Thanksmas. So Thanksmas, for those of you who don't know, is Thanksmas is over here. It's on my dad's side. It's basically all my dad's sisters and all of their children and extended friends, etc. People have married in, grandchildren, and the first weekend of November, we come together, different parts at this point of just the East Coast. We kind of have like Thanksgiving and Christmas. And celebrate Grandma's birthday.
That's right, yes.
To make sure. And this last Thanksmas, Matt comes in and brings Judy and brings the announcement, this is my girlfriend. And as probably everyone knows, it would be not even 3 weeks later until it was, this is my fiance. So you can imagine my surprise. At this point we've been living apart for a couple of years. I'm in Boston, Matt's in Connecticut, where Judy goes from, girlfriend status to fiance status. I'm like, really, Matt? You gotta tell me about this girl. It's been wonderful. I mean, just getting to see you two together, just the smile, Judy, that you bring to Matt's face whenever he looks at you. It's incredible. I mean, it's all really an older brother can ask for. I'm just really thankful that Matt got to find you and, find you two together with music. I mean, Matt is joining the army. Matt. Well, I mean, of the four of us, Matt was the least likely. Between, cutting over 4 lanes of traffic in about 1 second, going up an on-ramp, or on and off-ramp, and having a war with lunch ladies, Matt was not really the greatest at responding to authority figures. We really do need to pray for him these next 11 weeks of weekend. It's not a joke. This is serious. Please. We all have our nerves down. But the fact that you're doing this and really stepping out of something that wasn't even anywhere close to your radar, really just, wanting to be a support to Judy, it just this bravery you're showing is just incredible. And just to end, I'd like to sing a Gaelic blessing. Anyone who's sung it before, feel free to join in. And I'll start. May the road rise to meet you, may the wind be at your back, the sunshine warms upon your face, the rains fall softly upon your fields, and until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of His hand. A toast to Matt and Judy.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for coming, and thank you to my new mom and dad for hosting this wonderful celebration. I just feel so surrounded by love. These are the people who have been with us, supporting us through the good times and the bad, throughout our whole lives. I'm excited to meet the rest of Judy's family that has been alongside her and supporting to her. My family, too. We're just very grateful, and we're not alone in being important this weekend. This weekend for us is also very special because there are 3 immediate family birthdays. Beginning with the 29th, our sister Reedy. The 28th, our mom, Mary. Today, our brother Topher and his anniversary too.
And his wedding anniversary.
So it's only fitting we sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
West Virginia. 1-2. We're going to Kentucky King.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna